3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading, in particular, mystery reading number 1121. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting the subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome. And thank you very much for your support in helping me reach 300 subscribers at this time. And thank you as well for your presence during this reading. To start this reading off, somebody here may be planning something, or some sort of plans. Might be significant, maybe even like building plans, like blueprints or something. It doesn't have to be those kinds of plans though, and only take it if it resonates. But the number 111 could be significant too, because I saw it while I was talking on the timer. And this number is about trusting yourself and having faith in yourself. So whatever plans you are considering, listen to your intuition, where it's guiding you, and believe in your ability to respect this guidance, this intuition. To really execute and act on however you are intuitively or instinctively feeling when it comes to some plans. Moving into interpreting the number 1121, there are 3 ones in this number, so that makes the number 111 feel all the more significant. But as I already said, the number 1 is about trusting yourself and having faith in yourself. That's actually a big message here. Whether there are plans here or not, however this resonates for you, listen to and respect your intuition. And I want to say, and yourself, because it feels like self-respect is something that might help you tap more into your strength, whatever that looks like for you. Because strength, as I said in a reading recently, it can show up in many different ways. But yeah, trusting yourself, having faith, big messages here. The number 2, which there's only 1 2 in 1121, this number can be confirmation of a significant relationship or situation that has come to mind while watching this reading, so far, or as you keep watching. Maybe you need a little bit extra, encouragement for you to trust yourself about whoever or whatever this reading may be about. The number 2 can also be confirmation or guidance for you to create more peace and balance within yourself and to be very wise about the choices you are making at this time. Being very mindful of what you are choosing to invest in, not just physically, but also mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. What kind of thoughts, feelings, and beliefs you're investing in, or maybe you're vested in. Kind of felt like I wanted to say that a little bit. So there's someone or something within you or outside of you that you need to let go of, to release, to find closure with, so you can have more peace. Especially if the feelings that you are experiencing are especially volatile Maybe you could have bipolar disorder. I'm no doctor or mental health professional though. Only take that if it resonates for you and it feels right. I just know as somebody who used to be bipolar, the feelings can be intense and they can swing. So maybe somebody here is feeling that. You don't necessarily have to be bipolar to be feeling that. Just the general feeling here is maybe someone here could be feeling intense things. Maybe they're conflicting each other, and it's just really important to give yourself the space and the time that you need to understand these thoughts and these feelings and what to do with them in a way that is constructive, that works for you, rather than destructive, that works against you. And remember that whenever you choose to work for or against yourself as a human being, you're also choosing to work for or against humanity as a whole. Maybe it's important for somebody here to treat themselves more like a human and less like, how do I put this? Like, I guess an inanimate object, something without thoughts and feelings and all of that. What I'm feeling, like, to put into better terms, I suppose, is it may be helpful for someone to give themselves more sensitivity, more grace. And the feelings you could be feeling that you need closure with, they don't have to be intense, just in general. If there's something that you are upset with, that's distracting you or making you feel heavy, take care of yourself right now. Reflect on that. And like I said, what to do with it. And be wise, too, with what you choose to do with these feelings. I also feel called to encourage you to take your time when it comes to making any decisions, which kind of fits pretty well, in my opinion, with the idea of some plans. Take your time with any decisions. As much time as you can, as much time as you need. Don't move forward with something until you feel confident and truly ready. And I'm feeling connected to the Italian word, the Italian adjective for ready, to describe somebody. You're ready, I'm ready. And it's pronta if you're a female, pronto if you are male. If you didn't already know, whenever Italian comes through in a reading, that tells me that your ancestors are also here, because my ancestors speak to me in Italian to help me discern who's talking to me or guiding me. And so maybe your ancestors are coming through asking about your readiness. Are you ready to move forward with something, to make some sort of decision? If not, wait. Wait to feel ready. Now I'm feeling connected to the word aspettare, which means to wait in Italian. So yeah. Really, really, really think through something and how you feel right now, and ensure that you feel ready, that you trust yourself, and you have the faith that you need to move forward with something in yourself or in whatever this potential could be. Adding up these numbers, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus another 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5, and the number 5 is about change and transformation. Maybe there are some plans here to create a change, to transform in some way, to transition from point A to point B. Change can be scary, so it's okay to take your time. It's okay to slow down, to move at a pace that genuinely just feels right for you. Don't, speed things up until you're ready to move faster. It's just very clear here to take your time. You can see that there are 2 decks of cards on the table. We have the Prisma Visions Tarot right here, and we just have some index cards that I made myself that I'm always very excited to draw cards from. It's just interesting to me. Since you saw what was on this card, this is a bomb with a lighter next to it. So it does feel, you know, there is a potential here for something to be explosive. And it may not have to be. But no matter what, like I've been saying, take your time. Take your time. Do not force yourself to have courage, to be brave, if you're not ready. And that's making me think of the Lion King. And whenever I don't remember his name, but Simba's father is teaching him about how, you know, you shouldn't be brave unless you have to be brave. That's what a real leader does. They don't just go out causing trouble to you know, show off how brave they are. They wait until bravery is necessary. So maybe that could be helpful for you. Wait until bravery is necessary. It could be really, really helpful for someone to just be so kind, so patient with yourself, and to maybe give yourself like some sort of sanctuary, something that really makes you feel comfort and safety. We're just going to pull a few of these tarot cards here to start this out. You know, let's get some more detail into what all of these numbers were about, these plans, the need to trust yourself, to have faith in yourself, and to be wise with your decisions, and to protect your peace. And the card that I pulled out is very, very, very fitting. And someone may not be a good thing in somebody's perspective, which I am feeling connected to the word prospettiva, which means perspective in Italian. So it feels like your ancestors are encouraging you to reflect on some sort of perspective that you have that makes facing the unknown scarier than it needs to be. But the card that I pulled is the Tower in reverse, which is connected to the crown chakra, and I believe the element of fire, as well as the planet of Mars. You can see in this card, there's a house here hanging on the ledge. This card is in reverse. The Tower upright is about some sort of upheaval. It can be scary, it's big change, definitely a big change since this Tower card is a major arcana card. But this card is in reverse. So this could be about avoiding some sort of disaster, or just a heads up, like, prepare yourself. And this reading, I'm really not trying to make you feel nervous in any sort of way. If anything, I hope that this reading brings you more confidence and courage to face whatever this is or whatever this will be. There could even be the possibility where if you I want to say play your cards right, or you make wise decisions, you can genuinely avoid some sort of disaster, but also not have to feel trapped, I'll say. This crown chakra is really making me think that there's a huge opportunity here to learn something, to become more aware of something that could be one of your biggest strengths right now. Awareness, knowledge, intelligence, being very wise with your decisions. This makes all the messages about trusting and believing yourself all the more important. I really encourage you to seek out support where you can find it, especially spiritual support. The Tower card here has the number 16 on it. 1 plus 6 is 7, and what do you know? The number 7 is about, for me anyway, is about expanding your awareness and your consciousness and becoming wiser and connected to your existence, whatever you're going through, some other situation, etc. So that's just a huge confirmation for me that, yeah, there's definitely something to learn here, and it feels like your biggest strength is within you. Let's pull out another card, which is another major arcana. This is the Death card. We have the heart chakra as well, the zodiac sign of Scorpio, it looks like. I'm not sure what planet that symbol is up right here. You can look it up if you feel called to. And I'm not sure what element that is either. I want to say water, but honestly, I really don't know. I did just see the number 543 on the timer, though. That's a sign of trust that everything happens for a reason. So maybe I feel like it's water for a reason. Maybe it is. I don't know. Isn't Scorpio a water sign, actually? So yeah, maybe it really is water. But, this death card signifies a big ending here. Something big coming to an end, which is another major arcana. That what you're going through right now, the big feelings, the messages about having big feelings makes a lot of sense. Because these are big ideas, big themes. It does feel like something is either coming to an end or something needs to come to an end. Maybe you genuinely avoided some sort of disaster, or you have the potential to by putting something to an end. Maybe there's recurring themes or patterns, experiences that you keep having or that you've already had in the past that could tell you something about this experience right now and give you some insight of how to better handle the experience this time around. The death card has number 13 on it, and I have two messages with the number 13. First one is about good luck and good fortune with the number 13 itself. So this is definitely a bright light in a dark situation, it feels like. The idea of good luck and good fortune, that if you play your cards right, it will pay off. This does give this big feeling of risk. I'm feeling connected to the Hanged Man card, which is about a sacrifice. And that sacrifice can be uncomfortable. Maybe there's a sacrifice you're stalling. It's a big sacrifice too, because Hanged Man, another major arcana card. And I feel like I just got confirmation that there is a sacrifice that you may need to make. The other message with the number 13, 1 plus 3 is 4. That is connected to stability and ancestors. So just know that past loved ones, whether you knew them in this life or not, are present with you. They're always present with you and want to help you feel more stable and secure and safe. And maybe they're here to remind you that the best way that you can give yourself a sense of safety and security right now is to lean on yourself, to have faith in yourself, and to trust yourself. Maybe you, even though the feelings are intense, you might be more stable than you might think or than some others might think. It's okay to feel deeply. It's okay to care a lot. It really, really is. It just matters how you express this care. And it doesn't have to be all lovey-dovey or anything. It can be about making the hard decision that nobody wants to make. That's a form of care. Let's draw the last tarot card here from this Prisma Visions Tarot cards. Wow, we have another major arcana card. You'd think this whole deck has nothing but major arcana cards, but nope. It's all 70-something of them. But it's the High Priestess in reverse. This is very, very interesting to me, especially because yesterday I was feeling extremely connected to the energy of Priestess or High Priestess. And this sticker on this card has the moon, the element of water, it appears, and the third eye chakra. How's this looking? That looks okay. Don't have to be perfect. Just has to be good enough. So the High Priestess, I feel like there's a lot of messages coming through with this High Priestess card. I was initially feeling a certain type of way about seeing it because I've been talking to you a lot about trusting yourself and having faith in yourself. And the High Priestess is all about inner knowing. There's something that you do know, that you do feel, that you may not be paying attention to or listening to as much as you should. And this doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, you know? Maybe this would be a good time to encourage you to really ensure that you are discerning between what is your intuition, what is a knowing that makes you feel confident, and what is your fear, a potential that you're unsure about. And it could be a negative potential, it could be a positive potential. Just something from the unknown making you nervous. And if this fear is not coming from the unknown making you nervous, Maybe your fear is genuinely trying to protect you, and you shouldn't overlook that. The High Priestess has the number 2 on it, by the way. And as we already said with the number 2, it can be confirmation of a significant relationship or situation on your mind that comes up during this reading. And it can be confirmation or guidance for you, well, in this case, it feels a lot like confirmation, for you to create more peace and balance within yourself and to be very wise about your choices. I really, really encourage you, do not make any decisions while you are not in a clear state of mind. When you are deeply upset or really afraid, or just, even if you're feeling a lot of joy, maybe sometimes that's not a good time to make decisions, because you could be looking at the glass half full when it's really half empty. Just the general message here, don't make any big decisions when you're feeling big feelings. Unless it's an intuitive feeling. For sure. I am going to wrap up this reading by, I know I said there's a lot of messages coming from the High Priestess, but I feel like it's ironically, or unironically rather, more about a feeling, the presence of this priestess that's big, rather than, specific messages. Which makes sense. Is there a presence in you, around you, that is just really standing out? Don't ignore what your inner voice is trying to tell you. You can trust yourself. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up this reading by drawing out one of these index cards. I laughed because I saw the number 222. So obvious, very, very obvious. Whenever situation or person is on your mind, it feels very likely that this is about that. Protect your peace, make wise decisions, and prioritize what really means the most to you, what you truly value, what you truly believe in. And this card that I have is I feel frustrated. Yeah. We have been talking about big feelings, haven't we? And it's okay to feel frustrated. I actually said in a reading yesterday that seemed to help quite a few bit of people that it's okay to feel frustrated. It's totally okay. It's okay to feel however you feel. It's actually important to express these feelings rather than suppress them. But be wise about how you use them. Don't make any decisions while you're feeling very frustrated, very angry. Because this is a time and opportunity for you to reflect and to better understand yourself before making any decisions or taking any actions. So overall, this reading, there's been a huge focus here on your intuition and your strength, having trust and faith in yourself. Maybe you can even benefit from having a little more trust and faith in the universe, and the fact that I believe it likely will have your back if you are being genuine and you are really just trying your best and you're an honest person. We've talked a lot about your decisions and protecting your peace in some specific situation and a person on your mind. And these are big energies. We got the High Priestess, all these are Major Arcana cards. High Priestess, the Tower card, and the Death card. And I also felt connected to the Hanged Man, some sort of big sacrifice you might have to make, even if it's uncomfortable. So I really encourage you to take this time right now to give yourself the space and the time that you need to reflect on how you feel. So, because it really feels like you have a big decision to make, or many big decisions, and you don't want to make these decisions when you are not seeing things clearly.